You know what? House hunting can be one of the most exciting things in the world to do. But imagine if house hunting can be one of the most difficult things in the world to do. Today, I'm going to talk about house hunting when you have difficulties or disabilities. Stand by. Hey everybody. Last week somebody reached out to me and they started talking about some house hunting challenges, and they asked to write a guest blog for me because I do a blog. I'll link that below if anyone ever wants to go to that. And it was about the difficulties that the disabled have with housing. So I wanted to address some of these issues today and help some of you who may have difficulties yourself, because you don't have to necessarily be disabled. You could be elderly, and this still applies to you. So let's go over some of the things and the challenges that you may have as a disabled person or someone who's having difficulty when it comes to buying homes. Okay, one of the first issues you may have is finding a house that meets your criteria for whatever your individual needs are. So, let's start talking about that. Well, what can you do if you don't find a house that has everything that you need? Well, got some good news for you. Guess what? You can actually add that to your loan for certain types. If you're getting an FHA loan, there's actually a special type of loan that you can add called the 203K, where you can add the modifications you need to the home. If you're doing a VA loan, there are actually loans you can do to do the improvement. And for a conventional loan, believe it or not, there is an addition you can do for that for your disability or the condition that you have. So look into that and find a lender who can do that, because not all lenders do this. So this is something you need to do. Look for a realtor. It's not as big of a deal with your realtor. It is a big deal with the lender, because they need to know how to do this stuff, especially if you're going FHA route. And best of all, and I don't mean best of all, you know what I mean. If you served and you have a disability that is service connected, please keep this in mind. The VA will make all of these modifications to your home for you, so you don't have to do any of this stuff out of pocket. So what are things you need to think about? The width of your doors. Some older houses are going to have narrower doors, so you may need to have the doors widened because you may have been a wheelchair, a walker, something like that. So look into that. What are going to be costs? What about your bathroom? Are there simple things that you can do to the bathroom to make that more accessible for you? Anything from $20 grab bars to full $20,000 modifications or upgrades that are necessary, like walk-in tubs because you want to sit down to take a bath, or even a sit-down area in a shower because some showers are not big enough to put a seat in. Those are things that can be addressed and can be put into your loan. Here's something to think about. People may have a bunch of highly sought after items in their home that would fit someone who has a disability or modified movement, but they don't think about that when they put it into their listing. So this is something to think about as a seller. If you have extra wide doors, put that in because someone may be looking for that. If you have a completely flat floor, put that in because people aren't thinking about, oh, I'm on one floor, but there's that little drop down. Or I'm on one floor, but you got all those steps coming in, or that step coming in from the garage. Put that in there. If you have ADA type toilet, you may have bought it just for comfort for yourself. Put that in your listing. Anything that can help, and look for those things in the pictures when you're searching, because the seller, even though they may not have had a disability, or they put it in there for their elderly parents or their grandparents, they didn't think about it for someone with a disability. So as a seller, things you may have added to your house for elderly parents or grandparents. Think about those and make sure your realtor knows to put those into your listing to help out the disabled. Okay, some things to look for, of course, if you have limited mobility. Hallways. Some of these houses, especially the older houses here in the Las Vegas area, may have long, narrow hallways. So look for those in the pictures. And they may be left out of pictures because it may be unflattering. So things that may be unflattering are probably going to be left out of pictures. So consider that. So you may have to look at a few more houses in order to find that home that you desire. And also remember, look for things that can be structurally changed because you can get an additional loan. I know it's going to cost you a little bit more money, but if you find the home that you want in the area that you desire, it may be the best thing for you. Also look at the flooring. Flooring has become a big deal lately. More and more people are requesting less of one thing, and that's carpeting. They want a solid floor now, especially those as they get older. So look for that, especially if you're a seller. If you have just all tile, wood, whatever floor, make sure you point that out. A lot of people don't want carpet anymore, and that is a good selling point. Now, what's another alternative? If you cannot find the house you want, you don't want to spend the extra amount to raise the loan amount, like on a 203K loan or a home style loan with conventional, you can have it built to your specifications. Most new homes have a lot of ADA stuff built into them anyway because they already have wider doors. The standards got better and better, especially after the Americans with Disabilities Act. So you already have that in a new home, and you're going to be able to make more modifications that is going to suit that home to you. So if you cannot find the home that you're looking for on the open market, you really should consider a new home. There are plenty out there, plenty of builders that will accommodate whatever needs that you have, and you don't have to sit there and spend that extra, and you may actually save money by going into a new home. If you have any questions on that, just reach out. I'll be glad to help or point you in the right direction. Also, make sure about if you're going for a pre-existing home, make sure you have a lender that can help you properly with getting those add-on loans out there, because there's a lot out there for you under the Americans with Disability Act, because you don't want to be just stuck in a situation. Let's say if you're getting older and you've got stairs you've got to worry about, you need to get into a situation where you can continue to care for yourself on that single level. So again, hope this helps out everyone else out, and if you like the content that you're getting, like and subscribe. Thank you guys.